What's happened here is that there are around, police estimate, 300 people who came here. They erected a little makeshift, mocked-up fracking tower that's now being dismantled as the protesters now are dissipating and making their way home. But the point they're making is a serious one. They say that fracking, this controversial technology where you pump water and other chemicals deep underground at very, very high pressure to smash open rocks and release methane and other gases, is something that's dangerous. And what they're more concerned about is that simply we don't know what all the dangers are. They're suggesting, for example, that as well as that methane in itself being dangerous, the concrete chambers used could crack open. They say that gases could poison aquifers, that is the water supplies that are used for drinking water. And what they're also saying, certainly Greenpeace has said today, that there is a government report suggesting that up to 60% of England's countryside could have the potential, could have this shale rock that can be used for this fracking process. They've handed a letter to the Prime Minister at Downing Street. One man came here from Blackpool where there was a short trial of fracking last year, and that was abandoned after suspected earth tremors, and that man came down here after he says his house had a large crack put in it by the process. So there are all sorts of things happening down here. They've handed in their letter to Downing Street, they've made their protest. The government says that nothing's been decided. There were some concerns among the demonstrators that in his autumn statement the Chancellor might put fracking somewhere in the energy policy officially, but the government says all they've done so far is they've commissioned the British Geological Survey to carry out a detailed report. That will come in next year, and once that's done then they'll take another look at what possibilities it might offer.
Do we know if much of the exploration that's going on will be put on hold until the results of that survey are known?
Well, there are various applications that have been put in, but at the moment many of them are on hold, or at least they're not proceeding until more is known about exactly what the Geological Survey will say when it delivers its report sometime next year. There's a lot of work to be done to ascertain exactly where the best places are, what can be done, what can't be done. And although, as I say, there may well be 60% of parts of the countryside that have identified as having shale rock there, it may well be that it's simply not cost effective or not considered environmentally safe to extract it at these particular areas. And until more work is done and until that report is in, the government says it's not making any firm decisions.